Okay, this next part of the exercise is a very brief introduction to brushes. Painting in Photoshop is really fun, and it's a big, complicated topic. But this will get you started on just where the brushes are and the basics. So here's our Photoshop document. And when we left, we had our fish copy layer enabled. We have to make a new layer to paint on. So click on the hue saturation layer on top, click on the top layer, make a new layer, by clicking the new layer icon, which we did earlier. So new layer comes up. Let's get in the habit of naming our layers. Double click on it and let's call it brush. Okay, so make sure that layer that is on top and make sure it's enabled. The brush icon is about a third of the way down right here. If you hit the drop down menu, you'll see there's a total of 4 drawing and painting tools in there. Make sure the brush tool is enabled, brush tool. Once you enable the brush tool, this menu, these items will come up in the menu bar. This icon indicates that the brush tool is selected. This is the size and type of the brush. So hit that drop down menu. And what I want you to make sure is that you're in soft round, which is typically on the top and on the left, and set your size to 15 pixels. Just like we did with the clone, the stamp tool earlier, you can set the size with this slider, or you could just select it and input 15 pixels. The mode, make sure it's at normal. If you hit the drop down menu, these are all the blending modes. Using blending modes with brushes is a very advanced topic. Make sure it's at normal. Make sure opacity is 100% and flow is 100%. You can double click on the color picker and choose any color you want. I'm just going to leave it at this blue I was using earlier. So I'm going to paint in this lower left section. So I'm going to zoom in on this lower left section first. So I'm going to hit the zoom tool, zoom in there so it's nice and big. So my zoom tool is enabled, so I got to re-enable the brush tool. So I'll just click on the brush tool icon. I could have hit the letter B on the keyboard. All right, so I got my 15 pixel brush. I got a nice color. Just draw a smiley face. Okay, and I'm just using a mouse. There's no, don't worry about being nice and neat. And here's my smiley dude, and maybe I'll make him really happy. Yeah, he looks pretty happy. Okay, so that's nice. Now, again, the way you can change, you can go up here again and change the size. A really handy way to, oops, I made a little dot there I didn't want. A nice way to change or an easier way to change the size of the brush. If the brush tool is enabled on your keyboard, there are bracket keys. The bracket key next to the letter P, if you tap that, the brush will get smaller. The bracket key to the right, it's next to the /. If you tap that, the brush will get larger. So what I want you to do is increase your brush to like 50. I think that would be good. Yeah, 50 is good. And draw something else. Let me think, what can I draw? Maybe I'll draw a cat. Okay. I don't know how this is going to turn out. So now my brush is too big for drawing the face, so I'm going to hit the bracket key next to the letter P. I'm going to really shrink it down to like 8 pixels, and let's see what I can do here. This is going to be a freaky looking cat. I have no shame. That's kind of cute though. It's coming out there. So that's cool. All right, now then just draw a scribble. Let's increase to like, I don't know, 35. Draw like some blobby scribble here. Now the eraser tool is over here somewhere. There's the brush, stamp, and then there's another tool that we're not using. Here's the eraser tool, and you can also hit the letter E on the keyboard. Now the eraser tool is a brush as well, okay? So you can hit the drop down menu and you can choose, hard round, soft round, but for us, just choose soft round and set the size of your eraser to, like, I don't know, 40 maybe, whatever. And there's no mystery here, just erase, go make some streaks like that so I can see you did it correctly. And that's all I want you to do. And if you want to, you can go to town in here. You can use different colors, different brushes, different strokes, as long as you get, show me these basic things. If you want to draw flowers, suns, whatever you want to do, that's okay with me. So the other thing, before in closing, as they say, like we painted everything on this brush layer. A very typical mistake, even for advanced users, is to paint on the wrong layer. That happens a lot, so that's just something to keep in mind. So anyway, do a command, when you're done painting, do a command 0, and then, or control 0, and command or control S, file save, and I will see you in the next video.